He framed me for a crime I didn't commit, so I made sure he'd never walk again. He cried in court. That's how good he was. Fake tears, trembling lip, even the pathetic "I just want justice" line. The jury lapped it up like wine at communion. Meanwhile, I sat there, stunned, handcuffed, watching my life go up in flames, because Aiden Sharp, my best friend since childhood, accused me of assaulting his girlfriend in a drugged-out rage. Except I'd never touched her. I didn't even know she existed until I saw her crying on the stand, coached to perfection. Aiden had planted everything. His old prescription pills in my apartment, doctored texts on my phone, a conveniently timed anonymous tip to the cops. Why? So I'd be out of the way. Turns out, while I was busy working 2 jobs and paying off our shared business loan, Aiden was siphoning cash, laundering it through fake clients, and prepping to pin the whole operation on me before it collapsed. And it worked. 5 years in prison, 5 years of moldy mattresses, cold metal bars, and learning how to make coffee using hot water from the toilet tank. 5 years of being known as that guy who beats women. You don't come back from that, not in there. My parents stopped answering my calls. Employers laughed me out of interviews. Even my little sister told me to stop contacting her. And Aiden, he bought a boat, married a former model, and rebranded our old company under his name. When I finally got out, I had nothing, except a small voice in my head that whispered, "Don't get mad, get biblical." I didn't go straight to him. That's what he'd expect. Instead, I moved 2 towns over, changed my name legally, and started working construction under the table. Lifting bricks in the summer sun made my muscles remember what it was like to be free, and taught me how to build things and destroy them. For the next year, I studied him like a predator with a clipboard. Where he went, who he trusted, what time his housekeeper left, which hand he used to open the garage, what brand of tires his wife's car used, how often the cameras around his property were cleaned. I even dated his ex-wife's sister for 3 months just to hear old stories and get a feel for his paranoia levels. Turns out, none, because Aiden thought he'd won. He was rich, respected, and beloved at charity galas for overcoming a traumatic past. Then came stage 1. I sent him a handwritten letter with just 4 words. I saw everything, liar. It shook him. He hired private security, canceled events, fired his assistant. Good. Stage 2. I planted a flash drive in his car, loaded with fake footage of him confessing to multiple crimes, including the one I went down for. Deep-faked audio, forged signatures, financial records I spent months faking, enough to get him sweating. I knew he wouldn't go to the cops. Why would he? He was guilty. Instead, he tried to handle it quietly, sent money to the listed account, hired a fixer to find me. That fixer now works construction with me. Great guy, terrible morals. Stage 3. The accident. See, Aiden had this little tradition. Saturday morning bike rides alone through a remote forest trail. No phone, no GPS, just a titanium frame bike and a $300 water bottle with his initials laser etched into it. So I accidentally dropped a large tree branch onto the path. When he swerved, I'd already sabotaged the brake lines on the custom-built bike I gifted him anonymously months earlier. It wasn't supposed to kill him. It didn't. But when he woke up in the hospital, he couldn't feel his legs. Spinal cord injury. Permanent. Doctors say it's a miracle he survived. I say it's divine irony. But that wasn't the end. His wife left him within the month. She couldn't handle the pressure. The money dried up fast once the lawsuits rolled in from a couple of angry investors I anonymously tipped off. His reputation? Shredded. I leaked an unverified copy of the fake confession online. No major outlets picked it up, but small blogs and forums, they devoured it. Now his name pops up next to words like fraud, predator, and sociopath. His own son, 3 years old, started calling me uncle when I began coaching his soccer team under a fake name. Not that Aiden knows. He only gets supervised visits now, if any. He tried to scream at his lawyer, warn the nurse, accuse someone, but nobody listens to a broke man in a wheelchair, especially when he starts ranting about invisible enemies and sabotage. And I walk past his house sometimes, just to see the lights off, the windows dusty, and the once pristine Porsche rusting in the driveway. I'm rebuilding my life now, quietly, legally, but with a small, satisfied smirk on my face every time I walk, because Aiden never will again. I didn't just ruin him, I rewrote him. He used to be admired, powerful, free. Now, he's just a cautionary tale parents tell their kids about what happens when you frame the wrong man. And every time I hear the crunch of gravel beneath my feet, I hope it echoes in his nightmares.